What a day. That was a long night of reaping, but it's good to be back.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You've all come to join me? Then by all means. I'll admit I am a little tired, but I suppose I can tell another of my stories. I have plenty of ghost stories to tell, especially now that it's spooky season. So what better way to end this spooky night? So just take it easy, relax, and let's get right into it. So this story I am about to tell, partly is of a few of the cases I've had on my job. Though as a whole, I found this place interesting, so I just had to write it down in my book of ghost stories. As you all know, I am pretty creative, and love to write stories of my own too. But this one I'm about to tell today is about a forgotten cemetery. It goes by the name Blackthorn Rest. That cemetery, the stories, even the location was lost and forgotten over time. Some people say it was better that way. It used to be a peaceful place. It used to be a quiet patch of land, a land where people laid the unwanted dead. Paupers, criminals, the unclaimed. Souls that no one bothered to call by name. I passed through there often in my line of work. Well, in the past, a little too often actually. And something happened there once. Something that took me by surprise. There was once an old man, an old toy maker. No, not the same toy maker that I reaped last year. This one was completely different. He was a lonely, gentle soul. He spent his life making dolls for children who needed them most. But one day, his wife and son died young, and the toy maker never forgave the world for it. He spent his days carving faces into the dolls that looked like them, trying to make himself smile again. I came for him the same October of that year, in the evening. He was slumped over his workbench, hands still clutching a half-finished doll, the reasoning for his loss of a broken heart. The doll he was carving was of a wooden boy, with button eyes, perfect in every detail. The toy maker looked up when I entered. No one ever looked at me quite like he did. He said, "Please, just give me one more day, one more breath to finish him." Part of me wanted to give him a second chance, but the way he treated the world after he lost his wife and son, he became toxic. I just couldn't allow it. But anyway, when his heart stopped, something curious happened. The doll blinked, and I could no longer collect his soul. His soul was now in the doll. Since that day, he stayed standing as the doll in the graveyard with his little lantern, whispering to the dead. The gravekeeper of Blackthorn Rest. Oh wait, don't leave just yet. That isn't the end of the story. In fact, far from it. So, let us continue, shall we? So the doll, he was now a gravekeeper, who at first was in fact harmless, just a soul too stubborn to let go and move on to the other side. But over time, the doll learned a trick I never taught him. He learned how to grant wishes. Every Halloween at midnight, when the veil between worlds grows thin, he calls to you. If you come to him with something you've lost, a lover, a child, a dream, he'll listen. He'll even bring it back for you. But here's the problem with that sort of magic. Every time something comes back, something else must go. You see, I've met those people. They were also my cases once. There was a different boy who drowned in a frozen pond. His sister begged the doll to bring him back, but the sister was on my list that very same night. The frost was still clinging to her eyelashes. When I found the boy again, he was in fact brought back, but his reflection didn't follow him. He had traded something vital, his soul for hers. Then there was a different girl altogether. She found her brother waiting at her door, dripping lake water on the floorboards. She didn't scream when I came for her. She just said, "He's home now." But the doll, it's still there, by the gate. If you listen closely, you can hear it humming. That doll, he plays with the living. He keeps the souls that come to him, locking them in wooden bodies, trapped in eternal stillness. And every year there are more. Children, lovers, even whole families. each with button eyes and faint smiles, waiting under the blackthorn trees. When I pass through that place now, even I tread lightly. The air is thick and heavy, and the doll, he looks at me with those button eyes. He doesn't speak. He just tilts his head, lantern flickering, as if to ask, "Why do you take them when I can give them back?" But his magic is all wrong. What he gives isn't life. I would say it's plain right torture. Just empty, hollow, painted life. And so, till this day the cemetery stays. I just hope the stories spread, because people needed to know the warnings. People always come back there, whispering their wishes into the dark, desperate enough to pay the price. So if on Halloween night, you find yourself walking through the fog and see a dim blue lantern glowing between the trees, don't go near it. That's not a light for the living. It's the lantern of Blackthorn Rest, and the doll who guards it remembers every name he's ever taken. And if you don't believe me, look behind you, because Halloween night is his busiest night of the year. And that's the story. I hope you enjoyed this spooktacular tale on this spooky night. Let me know if I should tell you all spooky tales that I have wrote more often. This was fun to tell, but for now, I think I'm going to rest. I'm getting sleepy, so until then, stay spooky.